Hi, welcome to Simply Scrapping. Narelle here, and today I'm doing a layout for two different collaborations. One is Christmas in September, so it's a monthly YouTube hop where we celebrate Christmas every month, and the other one is Off the Board, where we take inspiration from something we have pinned on Pinterest and actually use that inspiration and create a layout. So the layout I have there on the top under the guillotine trimmer is what I've taken off the board, and it's a really lovely, cute layout. It's just basically strips of paper behind the photo with some elements top and bottom and the title down on the left hand side. So I have chosen that as my inspiration today because I thought it was really nice. The photos I'm scrapping are of a gingerbread house that my daughter and I decorated last Christmas, and that's a tradition for us now. We tend to decorate a gingerbread house every Christmas and we love it. We have a love-hate relationship with it because sometimes it goes well and sometimes it doesn't. So yeah, I am using some old paper from Stampin' Up for this layout, and when I decided to do these photos, I thought, I know I have papers somewhere that have gingerbread houses and stuff on it. And I went through my extensive stash of paper and found them. So I was very happy about that. And that is what I'm using. It is a framed layout. So I have the white cardstock that I've cut down by 1/2 inch on two sides. And I'm just putting that on the red base. I've gutted out that red cardstock because I don't have many colours that like the bright red. I have a lot of cherry cobbler, which is quite a deep red, but I don't have many of the brighter reds, so I wanted to conserve that, and it comes in handy later when I mount the photos. So I don't have all the papers, I think, from this collection left. I've used it quite a bit, so what I do have left, I'm just taking 1 inch strips from each side of the paper, and I'm going to cut them down to size once I arrange them how I want them, and I'm just going to make a tail top and bottom and cut them at various lengths. I'm not going to measure them at all. I just sort of went, yep, that's a good enough length. So here I decided that this photo, it was getting lost on the different patterns, so I needed to add some plain colours in between all those patterns. Sorry, because those patterns can get quite busy. So I just go through a 6x6 paper pad that I also had that was very similar themed of gingerbread, and I picked out the less busiest of the papers. These papers were very busy, so I picked out the two that were the least busiest, that were just like the crumb cake and red colour. There was a nice green one, but I didn't want to introduce another colour. So I wanted to keep it just to the crumb cake red and the white. So because they're 6-inch paper pads, I did have to cut 2 strips, and it didn't matter because the joint's going to be under the photo anyway. So I'm just going to play around with these placement, cut a tail in them all, and then glue them down. Then I just pick out some embellishments from the ephemera pack that I have, and then I go through and look at my alphas that I've already cut out. I used the mini alphabet dies from Stampin' Up, and I did have some titles already, some letters left over from other projects, and you'll see that I was lucky enough to have all but, I think it was 2 letters in the right colour. So I had previously cut out from gold metallic paper as well as like a bronze metallic paper, and I had those left over, and then realized when I put them all out, and I picked them all out and lined them up, that there were 2 in the middle that were the wrong color. So I just had to cut, I think in the end it was just 1 that I had to cut again. So that was pretty handy. Here I'm just realizing that that photo is getting lost on all those busy papers, so I just mounted again in the different colors. So I'm going to let you watch it now, sit back and enjoy it, and I'll be back at the end. Okay, so I'm just about finished here, putting on the finishing touches. I did find that the embellishments were getting lost and they needed something else, and I was going to put that copper paper as strips, but then it wasn't enough. So then I remembered that I had a circle die that had like a scallopy, not scallop, but like I describe it as a nest around the circle. And I could have used a plain circle, but I wanted something a little bit extra, and I remembered that I had that die. So I just cut out 2 of those in that same bronzy metallic paper and then sat the embellishments on them, and I think that sort of worked. My title I am gluing to the photo because it doesn't look like it stands out here on the camera, but in real life it stands out quite okay on the photo, and I thought it would get lost on all the different patterned papers, and I didn't want to have to put like a strip of white cardstock or something and cover up most of those tails of the patterned paper, because then, you know, you're not going to see them. So I glued it to the photo, and in the end it looks okay in real life, but it doesn't come up on camera, and I think it's because it is metallic and it's a different angle. Like, you don't have the same light play on it that you do when you're looking at it in real life. So, but it does stand out. And I thought I had them evenly spaced, but in the end you can see that my middle 3 letters, my 2 I's and the T, are very much bunched up and way close together. So when I just sat it on the photo, it sat beautifully and was spaced perfectly. But you know, when you go to glue things down, nothing ever lands the same. So I wish I had taken a little bit more time to line that up properly, but it is what it is, and it's done. So just adding the finishing touches. And if you want to see what everyone else has done, so there's going to be 2 playlists linked below, or this is going to be part of 2 playlists. There is the Christmas In playlist that will be below, that you can link, that you can go and watch what everyone else is doing, and there's also the Off the Board playlist as well. Now I'm just going to add the finishing touches of some metallic dots that I found in my stash. Yeah, so this came together quite nicely, and I think it's okay. So my journaling I will probably put on the right hand side above that embellishment cluster, down that right hand side somewhere. So yeah, if you've enjoyed this layout, please like and subscribe, hit that notify bell so you know when my next video comes out. Now there'll be some close-ups following. Thank you so much for watching. Have a scrap happy day, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.